Race number 6 is the second division. The conversation here, I think, is mostly going to revolve around hunting the last dollar. Is this a yay or nay spot for him? Because, I mean, we know how good this horse is. He was sitting in the pocket to Mosdale Bend last time. No one was really going to close from that spot. But he still put in his race. He's in against a group that, honestly, on the upside, I feel like Howlin' the Hills is probably the next biggest threat. We know how good Twisted Destiny can be. Mike, he adds Lasix into this spot and also gets a draw that I think he can work from. And we're talking points all through that first division. Twisted Destiny is so lacking in points that this feels like it's got to be a put up or shut up spot for him.
It is, for sure. I've had him both times, first 2 starts, and he's disappointed me. Now he gets Lasix, gets an inside post. No excuses here. Hunting the last dollar. He's one that's not lacking points. He's been perfect almost. Lost to Mosdale Bend in that quick mile last time, but he raced very well from off the pace. He made up ground the stretch. He's one to beat. I'll try Twisted Destiny one more time. Howlin' the Hills was a little disappointing last week, I thought. But it's a tough spot, and he's racing well. He's getting checks. He's right there. But you're right. It's time for Twisted Destiny to prove it. This is the right spot, too, because besides hunting the last dollar, he's supposed to beat the rest of these horses, especially from this draw with Lasix. Let's go. It's time. And you know, I think he has a good chance.
I mean, that's the question then for you here, Ed, because I feel like Howlin' the Hills has a good chance of being second choice here. Twisted Destiny, you're probably going to get a number in like that 5-1, 7-1 range, all depending on how heavily they go for hunting the last dollar. Can you find the potential upside for Twisted Destiny to be high enough where you just try to bet him to win and hope for the best?
I don't. I see this as a race where you take hunting the last dollar on top and try to shop underneath. But I will ask you, Ray, let's play the game back to you. Is this anything? All right, come on. I only mildly made fun of you for it because I feel like you're going to disagree with me. Right. But let's hear me out. Well, let's just start broadly. Can a horse other than Twisted Destiny or Howlin' the Hills get second in this race behind hunting the last dollar?
I mean, you're talking about a horse like a Rhoda being able to put in a reversal in form, but...
All right, here we go. Is this anything? Can a Rhoda round out the exacta?
I mean, it just depends on what's been going on with him. This is a horse who qualified viciously in 51-3, chasing Soho Firestone, and then every race he's put in has not been racing that way. And
I'm less intrigued now. I want a more definitive, concrete. No, absolutely not from you.
I genuinely humor it because I liked the horse going into the first preliminary, and now he took a week off. So there's reason to be had that he probably had something wrong with him.
I think Mike's logical on Twisted Destiny, who I've also liked, to be fair, and who I do like in this spot too, maybe be second or third. I think it completes my general philosophy on both of them. That, what Mike said about Twisted Destiny, I think it applies to me to Road too. They both kind of disappointed me in the 2 starts we've seen so far, but like you said, we see some changes for Twisted Destiny. We see that we go for Roto, get a 3rd start now in North American soil. I mean, I think for both of them, I'm prepared to give them one more try underneath on the last dollar. I think it is Howlin' the Hills that hopefully we can get out of that top 3-4 and try to get a nice trifecta or superfecta here. But because the problem is it's gonna be a short price on top. If you're with me and believing that hunting the last dollar is just the goods here, you're really no way around that, right? It's gonna be a short price on top. I definitely cannot work a Rhoda on top, and I want to like Twisted Destiny, but again, I don't think I can get there on top. I just don't think I can get there on the win end. But the exacta end for both of them, I can absolutely get to. And again, they both draw well inside. Hopefully, this just comes a race. Hunting last dollar gets to the lead. These two come away somewhere behind. I mean, it's never quite this simple, right? But it'd be nice. Let's get Hunting last dollar to the lead. Just let these two kind of buy it out for second and third. And let's call it a day, right? Can we do that?
Well, I mean, Twisted Destiny as a 3-year-old was able to get him that mark of 48. I believe that was in his Adios elimination. He was a horse who chose specific spots on the Grand Circuit, kind of zigzagging away from some of like the larger dances, some of that for eligibility. I think some of that because just that's where he fit best. And this is only his 3rd start of his 4-year-old season. So I'm only saying this because Twisted Destiny could really be better later in the year. But right now it seems like he's kind of just in a tough spot, but we know how good he can be. And it's just kind of tough to tell if that kind of that 3-year-old form that he was showing is really that good, is good enough if he can rekindle that somewhat in a spot like this to beat a horse like Hunting the Last Dollar with that type of gate speed and foundation to him. If John Rouse heard me saying this, he would want to punch me in the face. He hates this talking point so much, but I think it holds some merit inside of a spot like this because Twisted Destiny so far the first start was okay. He came home 26 and change, was level, chasing horses home. It seemed like last time was a bit more of the flat effort. So price is everything. If Twisted Destiny is somehow 6-1 in this spot, which, Mike, do you think that's realistic here?
I'd like to get it, but I don't think I will.
Yeah,
we'll see. If Hunting the Last Dollar's, he's been 1-2, 6-5. He's been 3-1, and that was against Mosdell Ben, and in that spot last time. He's a big favorite here. He's 2-5 probably. So if it's 6-1, maybe I could see it. It depends on how they come for Hell in the Hills and the one. How much is that horse going to get bet? Like, didn't take a nickel last time. So
I don't think he's going to take much. I don't think Rhoda takes much money. I just think the horse. Again, you know what? It's a difficulty of this game, right? I think I'm pretty confident. Somebody go back and listen to it. I'm pretty sure Robert Reed Jr. I said it to him on like the very first episode of hardest content ever on In the Money Media, like half a decade ago. Like, I constantly talk about the whole wedding, funeral thing, whatever the heck we want to say, right? Like, it's just the nature of this game, though. If Hunting the Last Dollar is going to win 7 in a row, of course he's going to be really short prices. It's whenever the results flip that all of a sudden now everybody's going to come for that new horse and you might have missed the wedding, right? So if you do really like Twisted Destiny, kind of like what Donald alluded in the previous race, I think this is your opportunity because if he wins this leg this week, you're never going to see this good of a price again, right? So again, alternatively, if he loses, you of course don't make any money. So, it's a difficulty of this game. Arota, probably the same deal. Again, if the horse somehow miraculously won, which, I consider to be a minor miracle. I think second is the ceiling here. But, if this horse somehow won, again, you're never going to see whatever price you're going to see this week. But I do think in terms of using this horse in exotics, I don't think this horse takes that much money this week.
Yeah, the ultimate question of this race is, do we really think Hunting the Last Dollar could be a vulnerable favorite? Because he's won 2 preliminaries, but he's been able to get really nice breathers inside of those races. When he was up against Mosdale Ben, that's when things got tight. But aside from that, no one else was really in contention from there. So, like, the most likely outcome,
he get that trip this week again, and everybody's just kind of battling for the 25%.
The most likely scenario is just Bartlett goes to the front and it's a little merry-go-round, and then you see him with his little cotton candy swirling a lollipop in the winner's circle. That's a 1-5 proposition, and I think there's room for some other possibilities, but they're admittedly less likely.